Picture this. She's standing right in front of you. Her eyes flicker, her breath shallow, her body leaning just slightly toward you. She doesn't say a word, but something's burning beneath the surface. Most men miss it. They're too focused on words, on logic, on making moves. But women speak a different language, a silent language, one that's ancient, instinctual, and incredibly seductive. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to decode the hidden signals she sends, the ones that say, "I want you." These are the moments most men fumble, but not you. Not anymore. Stick around, because once you learn to read her body, she won't need to say a thing. Sign 1. Lip play, the silent seduction. When she bites her lip, licks it slowly, or lets it hang just slightly open, it's not a meaningless reflex. It's a message. A subtle, coded signal that bypasses logic and goes straight to instinct. According to body language researchers, these gestures are linked to increased blood flow and neurological arousal. When a woman is mentally stimulated, whether by attraction, tension, or fantasy, her lips often become one of the first places the body responds. They redden, swell slightly, and become more sensitive. What looks like an innocent bite may actually be her mind trying to manage a rising storm of desire. Lip biting also serves a dual function. It's both invitation and containment. She's not just trying to seduce, she's trying to control herself. Her thoughts are running wild, and this small action is her way of staying composed. But here's what most men never realize. When she's around you and starts doing this, it's not accidental. It's a leak. Her subconscious is showing its hand. Every time her tongue grazes her bottom lip while locking eyes with you, she's visualizing what it would feel like if your lips were there instead. This is where most men fail. They talk too much. They rush in. They break the tension. But a Stoic man understands that the most powerful move is no move. You don't chase validation. You don't feed the need to respond immediately. You simply observe. Because when you watch with presence and power, you create the space for her to lean deeper into the moment. As Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." In this context, your listening isn't with your ears, it's with your eyes. Watch her, study her, learn the art of silent seduction, and you'll never have to guess again. Her lips won't say it, but they're screaming. Sign 2, touch that tests boundaries. Women don't announce desire, they test for safety. A woman who is attracted to you rarely dives in headfirst. Instead, she probes. She explores your energy, your frame, your presence. And the way she does that? Through touch. Light touches, accidental brushes, fingers trailing across fabric, or a gentle palm on your chest while laughing. To most men, it's casual. To a Stoic observer, it's calculated, intentional, subconsciously loaded with meaning. Research in neurobiology has shown that physical touch increases levels of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. But here's what makes that dangerous for the unaware man. If you misread her testing for commitment, you'll move too fast and kill the attraction. You'll confuse her curiosity for consent. And that, my friend, breaks the dance. A woman's touch in the early stages is not a promise. It's a question. Can you handle this energy without needing to possess it? When she rests her hand on your thigh or brushes your wrist just slightly too long, she's not inviting you to pounce. She's watching to see if you flinch, lean in, or, ideally, hold your ground with composed confidence. The Stoic man doesn't shrink. He doesn't rush. He receives the touch, absorbs it, and responds with stillness. Why? Because true masculine energy doesn't chase, it attracts. And in doing so, it reveals whether the woman feels safe to surrender. Seneca once said, "A wise man is content with himself. Let her curiosity rise. Let her wonder about your restraint." Because when you remain centered, she feels the contrast. And that contrast creates polarity. If she reaches out, don't grab, hold your ground. If you found value in what we've shared so far, if these insights are opening your eyes to things you never noticed before, do us a solid, hit that subscribe button. It helps us create more content like this, so you can keep leveling up in silence, strength, and Stoic power. Thank you for supporting the mission. Sign 3. The hips don't lie. Movement with meaning. That sway you caught in the corner of your eye, that slow, rhythmic motion she makes when she knows you're watching, that's not random. It's primal. Women are masters of physical expression, and when attraction enters the room, it doesn't arrive with words. It enters with movement. Evolutionary psychologist Dr. Carl Grammer found that swaying hips, a subtle exaggeration in walk, and hip shifting while standing are deeply rooted indicators of reproductive availability. Thousands of years ago, such movement was a mating signal, unconscious yet unmistakable. But in the modern world, it's even more layered. It's not just instinct, it's awareness. A woman who moves like that knows what she's doing. She knows how you're watching. And more importantly, she knows that you want to watch. But this isn't about her needing attention. It's about power. Her hips carry messages your logical mind can't decode, but your body does. When a woman feels sexually confident, her body loosens, her gait becomes fluid, her frame softens, but her energy sharpens. If her hips begin to sway with a rhythm that wasn't there before you showed up, she's not just walking, she's inviting tension. And tension, if you know how to handle it, is the most seductive space two people can share. Here's where most men fail. They react, they follow, they sexualize too quickly. But the Stoic man observes. He holds frame. He doesn't leer, he reads. He doesn't chase, he lets the tension build until it becomes undeniable. Attraction isn't always about taking action, sometimes about holding presence. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Don't lose your center just because her body moves like a magnet. Stay unmoved, and you'll be the one drawing her in. She's not just walking, she's inviting. Sign 4. Eye contact that lingers. The silent lock. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but when a woman is turned on, they're more like windows to her imagination. A gaze held just a second too long can say what 1,000 words cannot. Her pupils dilate, her eyelids soften, her stare wavers between curious and carnal. You feel it, that moment when your eyes meet and your chest tightens, not because she said anything, but because it felt like something just shifted. Scientific studies show that pupil dilation is an involuntary response to arousal. You can't fake it, you can't force it. It's nature taking over. When dopamine floods her brain, her pupils expand to pull in more light and maybe more of you. And when her eyes dart, from your eyes to your lips, your hands, your chest, it's not distraction, it's desire. She's scanning you, cataloging possibilities. Here's what most men overlook. Lingering eye contact isn't always about confidence. Sometimes it's about vulnerability. She's letting you in. She's silently asking, "Will you meet me here, or will you break the moment?" If she locks eyes, then quickly looks away and then back again, she's playing a high-stakes game of emotional poker. She's signaling interest while testing your ability to handle it. And the Stoic response? Stillness, grounded presence. Don't fidget. Don't shift. Meet her gaze, not with neediness, but with calm curiosity. Because when you can handle her stare without losing yourself, she begins to feel something most women rarely feel with men, safe while turned on. The Stoics trained themselves to see clearly, to perceive, not assume. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth." Let her eyes speak. Don't fill the silence, just listen with stillness. If her eyes speak desire, answer in silence. Sign 5. The stillness between the signals, where real power lives. Here's what separates boys from men. It's not just about spotting the signals. It's about knowing when to stay still, when to breathe, and when to not act. You see, most men, once they think they've figured her out, jump into action. They flirt harder, they lean in, they try to close, but they miss the moment entirely. Because the most seductive part of any interaction isn't the kiss, it's the space before it. Stillness is magnetic. That pause between a shared gaze and the next word. That split second when she leans in and you don't move. That silence that makes her heart beat faster because she doesn't know what you're going to do next. That's power. And power in its highest form is quiet. Women aren't just feeling your words or your touch. They're feeling your energy. If you're reactive, they'll feel it as neediness. But if you're centered, truly centered, they feel safety, confidence, and masculine polarity. In that space, she gets to drop the performance too. She gets to let go. Because she sees, this man can hold the storm I've been hiding behind my signals. Epictetus taught, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. You can't control her response. You can't predict her next move. But you can command your presence, and that presence creates the space where attraction breathes. Stillness doesn't make you passive. It makes you magnetic. Learn the language she won't speak, and rise above the noise. Women won't hand you a script. They won't text you what they feel in the moment. They won't say, "Hey, I'm aroused, what now?" No, they'll test your awareness. They'll speak in glances and gestures and silences. They'll lean in and pull back, not to confuse you, but to reveal you. Not who you pretend to be, but who you actually are when tension rises. Now you know how to see it. Her lips, revealing the desire she can't voice. Her touch, a test wrapped in softness. Her hips, ancient rhythm with modern intention. Her gaze, bold, vulnerable, electric. And her silence? That's the final challenge. Can you hold your own when the world goes quiet? Because here's the truth. You don't need to be louder. You don't need lines. You don't need tactics. You need awareness. You need poise. You need a presence that doesn't flinch. A calm rooted in discipline, depth, and inner power. Let other men fumble the signals. Let them chase, overthink, and ruin the moment. You'll read her like poetry. You'll hold space like a storm-proof lighthouse. And when she realizes you see her, really see her, she won't want to hide anymore. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe for more Stoic insights, and drop a comment below. I don't chase, I decode. Until next time, warrior, observe in silence, lead with stillness, and let her come to the man who doesn't flinch. We'll see you in the next one.